guys, how's it going? Gage here, and I'm going to take you through the process of how an agency works from like an under the hood perspective, from going out and getting the business all the way to putting the commercial out into market. So to start with, an agency will actively go out and pitch business, or sometimes if your agency is like prestigious enough or well known enough, business will come to you. It kind of just depends, but usually agencies will go out to pitch that business. So you and usually one, two, maybe three agencies will go out and pitch, hey, here's our creative concept, here's our offerings, here's our roster, so on and so forth. You are selling the client on your ability to do the best job advertising their product or service, right? So say you get it, cool. There will be a briefing period between that company's in-house marketing team and the account team and other important stakeholders within the business. Account team will be introduced from an agency side and then a client side as well. And then it'll kind of get rolling because the creative concept it has already been rolled out. The account people will brief that in. If there's a new client, research will be done. To a new client or a new idea, research and insights will be done to figure out what's the best way to market this idea, what to say about it, who we're targeting. If it is an existing idea, these things will already be rolled out unless the client wants to make changes. The account people have day-to-day conversations, usually once a week, briefs, outlines, catch-ups with the clients about how current work is, where it will be soon, and when it will be completed as well. They're the kind of the bridge between the agency and the client, the account management role. They will brief it into project management usually. Project management will then, whatever electronic system, usually there's an electronic system used, will then bring that, will then put it on a workflow or the schedule for whichever creative person, whether it be a copywriter, an art director, a designer, studio, depending where the project is. We'll then go to work on that piece. The account person will write a brief of what needs to be done based on the interactions with the client, and then the creative person, broadly speaking, will then either will get the brief, read over it. If they don't understand it, need some more context, they may go ask for a verbal brief. And once the verbal brief is had, or if it is not needed, they will get to work kind of doing their thing, whether it be designing or writing. And then they'll provide it to the account person for one final check to make sure everything has been done, and it'll go to the client, and you might have 1, 2, 3 rounds of amends, maybe 4 or 5, for how big the concept is. I'm on a client right now where there's been 6 or 7 rounds of amends. It's a very sizable piece, and the client is a little particular, so that one is getting extra attention. That is how, that is what maybe a print piece or a social piece, but there are things like a website that will need to go, website or a microsite or a page that will need to go to IA or UX. IA is information architect, UX is user experience, and they will need to get their hands on to do wireframes, which is like the precursor to design. They're going to lay it out and map it out, what goes where, pictures, paragraphs, content, and then you'll get and then you'll get copy, and then you'll get design, and then amends and things of that nature. That's really kind of how the overview looks from start to finish. There are a lot more intricacies depending on the specificity and what category of work it falls into, whether it be print, TV, obviously, like you only do casting and shooting. But that's a very broad sense of like how this process works. Now, most agencies work. There are some nuances that some agencies will have, but generally speaking, that's how it is. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, guys, and I'll see you probably in a few days. Bye.